Alright, this is the third attempt. This is the Behemoth layout and build, and I'm going to try to get it all done as quickly as possible without rambling off and going and getting sidetracked and stuff. The wing spars are going to be the same as the Juggernaut and Flinch, and they're going to offset each other, 2 inches on the bottom, 1.5 inches on top, and they're going to taper down to the wing. And the motor mount is here, and this is what you get. This is a strong motor mount. It's extremely tough. It's probably the strongest motor mount on the market, and you'll ever see. This is 1/8" aluminum, and it's already passed the test for me. So it's strong. It's really strong. Sand it down so the white Gorilla Glue is going to stick to it or adhere to it. That's what you want to use. White Gorilla Glue for motor mount, winglets, and bay lids, and anything else that you want to put in there. But the yellow or the brown Gorilla Glue is for the sparring, and that's just to make everything lock into place. The goop here, this is the shoe goo or goop, whatever you can get. Use it for the battery bays and ESC bay, and that's about it. Anything that you're going to cut into the foam, you squirt this in there, you smear it around, and it creates a nice hardened cocoon almost, and it gives it more stability. So this stuff works good. I don't use this for joining the wings together, only because if you get some out here, it smears, and then when you paint it, it doesn't look good. But don't use hot glue, and I say that because in the wintertime, or if you're in a cold environment, this stuff gets brittle, and the hot summertime, this stuff gets really soggy and like it just gets gross. So this is used on the winglets and the nose, or not the nose, but the front skids. Let's jump over here to the sparring. Sparring, you can see how much room you got. Now, I give you a suggestion or a basic layout on the build sheets, but you can basically put it wherever you feel you have to, and that's due to ESC layout, or if you got equipment, you can figure out where you want to do it. There is plenty of room, and the thickness of the wings are so that you can have everything embedded, and that's the main reason why I started making my wings so fat with the high lift. So 70 amp ESC, BEC is what I recommend, and what I've learned throughout the years. Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Let me see.
She said my name.
Oh, wow.
She said my name.
You can put your name on there? See if you can write your name on there.
I can write my teacher.
Okay. You're going to write her a note? Okay. Where was I? That's because the bigger servos, if they do draw a lot of energy or power, they don't, cause any inconvenience or give you some technical issues. So power it standalone with the BEC receiver and your servos. Can't think. ESC is a 70 amp opto, so there's no BEC inside this. And that's your bay lid bays for your your OSD and all that good stuff. Let me see if I'm gonna try to jump around again. I'm gonna try to make this video quick as possible so you guys don't get bored. But you see the main spar this is the belly spar. They come in white and black, and they come in the regular old. It's pretty thick, but this will go on top, and you have 4 wing spars, top and bottom, both sides. So that's what you get, and then you get the stub, and they come in white or black, doesn't matter. The stub will go on the bottom where the motor mount is, and it'll go into the foam. Let me turn it around. So this bigger spar will get placed there, and then you'll embed it, glue it, and then you have 2 other spars left over, and that kind of sits like that. And then this is glued in. So depending on how you lay it out, but that's how it's supposed to go. Obviously center this up. And then that stiffens up the motor mount onto the EPP, so it's really strong. You're not going to break it, it's not going to come apart, and it's not going to fail you if you do it correct. I have a build video of the Juggernaut that you could see. It shows you how I do it, and you clamp it on. So those are the spars. Super easy, super straightforward. On the bottom, you have 2 on the bottom and 1 on the top for the nose spar. And the 2, you put your GoPro strap between it, and then it wraps around the GoPro like here. And my wings are meant for the cases, so I always fly with the case. I don't fly it naked because I don't feel like I should, have something happen and lose a $400 GoPro black camera. So yeah, that's why I fly it like that. Oh, you go in the water and it's waterproof, so that's why I do it. Don't fly it naked. Well, my suggestion. For cutting spars, I got this handy dandy Weller. I guess it's a soldering iron, and it has a little blade on it. You can see it, and you can cut it. I use it for the sparring, and then, oh my gosh, and then I have this one that I got at Radio Shack for cutting the batteries in. So, or any kind of crevices I'm gonna be making. Your layout for your gear is totally up to you, and the layout that I give you is kind of like a general idea. So your top spar and then your servos are going to go back here. And why I choose back here, it doesn't really affect anything. Gives you more room for your batteries, and the wing can take the CG. It's not going to hurt it at all. So if it's back more, your control rod is actually shorter, so that's a plus. My wings are thick enough to handle both of these batteries, so you can see how much room you have. You can see plenty of room, tons of room. That's a 4-cell, and this is a 5-cell 3000 milliamp, so it's got all kinds of goodness of room. So this particular frame flies with 10,000 milliamps, 4-cell. You can do whatever you want. You can fly less. If you want to fly 6,000 or whatever, that would be placement on the wing. After you find the CG, you can determine that, and that goes with your layout. As far as placement of like your, let's see, as far as your Elevons go, I like to taper it, and I've learned this from my Z2 experience, my Zephyr experience, and I really like it. So I think Rocky Flyer on YouTube has a really good Elevon assembly, I guess, laminate video. So if you can find him, find his videos, look for the Zephyr wing Elevon build that he has, and it's really cool. Gives it a really awesome shape, and your back end, you're gonna trim it. Obviously, this is a 8-inch section, so you're gonna cut it for a 10-inch prop. So you're gonna taper this back, not like that, but I'm trying to eyeball the camera. But you're gonna taper it back, and then your Elevons are gonna be about yay big. But I don't think I have anything to show. Here's a scrap piece. So let's see, where's this at? This is one, so your 10-inch prop. Let's see, there's 9. So there's 10 inches about. It's about here. So your prop plus some change. It's probably going to be about there. So you're going to taper it. Do about, depending on what size motor you do about a 1/2 inch or so. About a 1/2 inch, and then taper it back like that, and then you can do your Elevons, and then do Rocky's methods or Right Wing's methods. And that just looks, honestly, that just looks cool. I like it a lot. And then your Elevons. I don't like to have flat Elevons right there because makes it look goofy, and it's more of a combat build. So go ahead and slice it up and make it look a little bit more sleek, streamlined, and give you some room for that 10-inch prop. Let's see. Anything else? I think I pretty much covered it, and I don't want to make the video too long and boring. If you have any questions, contact me on Facebook. My messaging or that messaging feature works really good. Be careful, baby, don't fall. And then that's the quickest way to respond to me. These kits here are at Sierra RC, and I'm working on and getting these to different vendors. I'm trying to, but I don't know how it goes. Maybe they might not like it, but we'll see. And I'm gonna keep trying until I get them to say okay. So Sierra RC right now is the local vendor for me in my area, and so I just drop them off to him. And Pete over there, you can buy them from him. And it just helps me. Again, I probably said this in another video, but it lets me stay busy while he can ship and send them out. And so he'll be like, yeah, send me some more. So I can just, go in the garage, keep cutting, putting kits together. And again, it's just me. I don't have anyone else. I'm in my garage. There's no workforce. I'm the only workforce. So if they're back ordered or out of stock, it's because I'll be working on them. I'm more than likely going to go with the white EPP, only because I don't like the black EPP and the way it cuts on my tools. Just creates that nasty booger black stuff, and it when you rub it against the white EPP, it just it's hard to get out. So I'll probably stay clear of that black EPP. And plus, white's easier to color, and if you want to paint it black, it's pretty simple. It's not really that difficult. So, trying to think what else I can tell you guys. Stay tuned, and do subscribe, and do hit the like button on my Facebook page.